Sir, I know there was a bill before the House of Assembly for the operation of ABIA State College of Education, Last week, there was a review by the South University team, using also the ABIA College of Education as a defense site. So I don't know where we should place the point. Either on the basic plan proposed by the state government, or the new Southeast University being proposed and championed by the Southeast government. Thank you, Excellency.
All right, those with the prints. Let's also have those with the prints. Raise your hands, please. Okay. Now then, next, just close to the next example.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It's another wonderful opportunity to be before you. My name is Idako Ochi, and I am of the New Telegraph. Yes, will want to know, for instance, what happened to some of your executive members that we saw some suspensions, but without really knowing what happened. Now you are here, and I'm listening. Can you tell us what happened? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other? Before you do, I'd like to inform other people who are listening to us that you can send your SMS, you can send your question via SMS to the number 0907 462 1067. I'll take it again, 0907 462 1067. So can we have the man who's very close to us here? Yes, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Emeka Okafor. Within the last year, in review, which we just reviewed here, we noticed a kind of a synergy between your administration and the principal illustrators of the state who occupy various at the National Assembly, and that's not seen before. And by this action, lessons, I want a message shows that you want the development of the state. So, what advice or what message do you have for such of the supporters who are out there still struggling to undermine your administration?
At this point, we will allow His Excellency to respond to the questions, and then we'll take on another media platform.
All right, thank you. It's your question it's about the year trying to convert the ABIA State College of Education Technical to the university, and you're wondering why we received to that of Southeast University, who also went to locate at SETA. And you're wondering if we have jettisoned the idea of converting the College of Education to a university. The
gentlemen and ladies that visited from Southeast University, which is being proposed. They actually do have a license, but it's still a proposed university. Their university is different from the one that you are talking about. And their request was to launch from the ABIA State College of Education Technical and subsequently go to their permanent site. My engagement with the college showed that they do have enough space to accommodate them in the interim. That school is not owned by the Southeast governors or Southeastern states. It's a private university, but it is their wish that the Southeastern states will key in and probably invest. I do not see anything wrong with that if we decide to go in that direction. So there are two different things. So the ABIA State College of Education Technical remains, and if eventually it's going to be converted to the university, it is not going to be renamed Southeastern University. They are two different institutions. If I could urge you, your question is about what happened to the executive members of the state government that are placed on suspension. If you followed the report, you will find that what happened was about suspension based on allegations. Committees have been set up to investigate the allegations, and by the time they complete their work, their reports will be turned in and the decision will be taken. Except if you want to ambush the investigative panel, my request would be for us to wait for them to complete their job and turn in their report so that a decision can be taken. Let me also add that there is nothing untoward about suspending someone holding a position when allegations are made. Of course, not just every allegation. But when there is a prima facie case, a responsible government will act to ensure that what lawyers call the rest is preserved while investigations go on. The investigations will be completed and people are found not guilty, and they will return to their jobs. But where they are found guilty, there are necessary disciplinary actions according to the weight of the infraction will be applied. Your question is about people in opposition who may be attempting to undermine the government, when in the real sense of it we have demonstrated that we run an open government where people from different political parties are welcome. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but I can assure you that our policy is that once elections and litigations are over, political party and politicking takes a backseat while governance occupying the front corner. It's interesting to note that part of the reason why I came in slightly late was that I was receiving the former governor of the state, who is a senator representing the good people of ABIA North Senatorial Zone in the National Assembly, Dr. Ojus came to visit me this afternoon. That is to also demonstrate that what we're talking about now is the welfare and the well-being of our people, irrespective of political differences, political party differences. So, and the other day, I was at an event hosted by the People's Democratic Party, and that was the celebration of Senator Adolfo. While some people advised that I shouldn't go, I went there. And the message is the same, that as a governor, I'm not a governor for one party, I'm a governor of the state. And once you come from or live in this state, then you should have a say in what is happening in government. But I must also add that we really don't have any issues with people who criticize. Particularly, the criticisms are based on facts. Like someone said, opinions can be heard by anybody. You can hold your opinion, and you're entitled to the opinion. What you're not entitled to are your own set of facts. So we have a few people who go and manufacture data and facts that are untrue. So even if they are true, they can't be facts. And they'll continue peddling them in the social media. Because social media is very democratic. All you need is a device and data, and then you can become an editor. So some of them we don't respond to them. Some of them are sounding like broken records. They keep saying the same thing, and they believe that by lying several times, that the lies will become truths. But I think we are too busy to even pay them attention. So, Emeka, I don't know if I have answered your question. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Next will be electronics. Media will start with radio. Please, radio. Okay, we'll have it here, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Kingsley Chibike. I work with ABIA TV and Radio Limited, owners of ABIA 94.3 FM. Your Excellency, my question is quite pertinent because it has to do with the welfare of workers in ABIA State. In as much as we tend to commend your efforts so far towards the development of projects and infrastructure in the state, the workers in the state seem to be quite different in terms of welfare, because recently during the last May Day celebration, workers were expecting a pronouncement, but what they got was quite different from what they had expected. And you took over last year, May 29th, and between May 29th and now, a lot of workers are due for promotion, some are due for confirmation, while others are due for conversion. But up to this point, nothing seems to be said as regards this, and a lot of people are wondering what is going on. So my question, Your Excellency, is what's the position of Abia State government concerning these areas as regards to welfare workers? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we have a man in black suit? Yes, please.
Good evening, my Excellency. My name is Richard Onaga Esson. I'm from Umori, Isim. My house is close to the Express Tower. My Excellency, my question, I want to know the measures we are going to take concerning this communique from the Ministry of Transportation on June 13th, 2024, saying that all the illegal loading and offloading or illegal motor park within the Express Tower should go to Onya Park. My Excellency, myself, my family, we are worried now. Because they say the army said they don't want them to be closer to them. Sir, please, if they don't know what you're going to do about this issue, they are worried. Because if anything goes wrong, we take the checkpoint there. Me and my family are village are not safe. Thank you.
All right, please. Obviously, it's not on the radio. Sorry about that, but then he's asked this question. We'll still give you an opportunity to make up 3.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Sanders, OTTI. I work with CGF. Your Excellency, my question is simple and straight to the point. In your first year, you tried recovering the infrastructure deficit of ABIA State. ABIAns want to know what will be the focus of your second year in office. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we go for media now.
Yeah, you raise your hand, right? Give it to my
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Kingsley Onga from Rapid FM. Your Excellency, you just celebrated your 1 year in office. My question to you this evening is, what legacy do you hope to leave after your tenure? And then, what step are you taking to achieve that?
Remember, we said 1 question. So, having taken 3 questions from the region, we shall give His Excellency the opportunity to respond before we move on to the next level. Yeah, we have some questions. Thank you.
All right. Are we all together now? Thank you. Kingsley, your question is about welfare of workers. And I thought workers' welfare had not been prioritized. Because workers are now receiving their salaries on the 28th or even before that every month, unfairly. At least you know you can plan. And like I announced earlier, we are waiting for the negotiations that are happening at the center so that we can do something about minimum wage, which will affect every other wage. Now you're talking about promotions, conversion, and all that. I didn't hear you talk about demotion. The demotion part of it. Demotion is not part of it. Alright, so interestingly, at the last ESCO, I had instructed the chairman of the Civil Service Commission and the head of service to sit down and look at promotions and the like. And from reports that I got, I think the last time promotions were done was in 2021. So that throws up quite some challenge. But at least let's look at it and see what we can do. So we are not ignoring it. But we must also admit that a lot of things make money, just like in every other sector. So we are not retrieving from ground zero. We are actually retrieving from negative. So it becomes a bit more challenging, more difficult. So you have to bear with us. And it must also be said that a lot of times when civil services, including their representatives, the unions, they tend to forget that they represent a very small percentage of the citizens of the state. So you must have that at the back of your mind. whenever you do actions, whenever you take actions like this, you are addressing the civil service, right? When you have the civil service, there's a whole lot of people that also need to be impacted by government. So when we are building routes, we are not just building it for people who are not civil servants. We are building for everyone, and civil servants will use those routes. We restore power, when we fix the environment, when we fix the educational sector, when we fix the health sector, it's for everyone. So we must do all those at the same time. We are looking at workers, which we must clearly define as civil servants welfare. Because I'm also a worker myself. Right? Yes. So you better go there and see that they need to also be fighting for our welfare. Those of us that are not on the payroll. I hope I've answered you. Okay, so we are not ignoring it. It's just that because things have actually gone so bad, so you probably not be able to retrieve them one day. Richard was talking of illegal parking around his house, here, right? He said he stays close to the toll gate.
Express hour, yes.
Okay, the express hour, yes. You want to relocate? You can join me in the village. All right. We had actually given that instruction earlier, but we found that we always think about people. When you move people from one place, you must think about where they moved. And I personally drove into that on here back, and I found that even though the place was expansive, but it was not ready to receive those kind of vehicles we wanted to relocate. That's why we slowed down a little bit. But we still do it because we have given instructions that the park should be prepared to receive heavy duty equipment, because it's sometimes, or most times, an eyesore. When you're driving down and you see all the parts on the road littered with heavy vehicles. It's also the same case at the Orenta, and we're also working with Orenta. Sanders, okay, right? The team was asking what our focus for second year is. I thought I had spoken about it. We have areas that I have spoken about: education, healthcare, infrastructure. The decay was so much that you can't, in 4 years, you won't say you have delivered an infrastructure. So it remains on the front burner. Agriculture, just name it. And of course, the major thing that will happen this year is migrating us from a moribund analog economy to a digital economy. In the next few days, I'll be announcing a chief information technology officer for the state. I'll do that in the next few days, and that is to prepare us for the digital transformation of ABIA states. And that will be heralded by the broadband technology that we're already at the final stages of discussion. So that wherever you are, you can have access to data, internet-enabled data. Not the one that work and then go off, work again, go off and off. So we are preparing our state for the next century. Kingsley was asking of legacy. Now I'm always worried when people talk about legacy project. I don't intend to have a legacy project, because all the projects that I'm embarking on are legacy projects. So when we say we are going to build a medical village, it's a legacy project. When we say that we want our schools to be recognized, once you see a school in Abia, you know it's a public school. That's legacy itself. When we say that we want our roads to look good. When we say we want our environment to be decent, now when you come, you are looking for something to cover your nose, like it used to be. So for me, those are, I don't think I want to set up one project, maybe print my name on it. I'm sure you wouldn't have seen my keyboards or any project being named after me. I've told my colleagues, no project will be named after me. So I'm not here for self-aggrandizement. So, love for people. Okay, so we're not going to have a project named after me. I'm not going to have a legacy project. But anybody want to call legacy project, so be it. I don't know if I've answered your question. Or is there any particular one you want us to name after you? Maybe we will call it legacy project. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, ABIA is listening. Wherever you are, this is Dr. Alex OTTI speaks to adults. An interaction is live on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM.
Magic 102.9 FM, ABIA 94.3 FM.
Family Low 99.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM.
Rio 99.1 FM, Sun FM 91.3.
Sun FM 91.9 FM, Zinc 96.3 FM.
Spain 95.3 FM, and Rapid 96.5 FM.
It's also streaming on AFN News, ABN TV, Berry TV, and all our line platforms.
If you want to send in your SMS, for those who are listening to us, please use the number 0907 462 1067. Again, 0907 462 1067.
Next will be the television, electronics media, television. Let's see your hands, take it from there. I want to apologize to those on radio who couldn't see without that, so we taught everyone actually clustered now here. So please raise your hand this time on to see you. Nena, yes.
Good evening, Your Excellency. I know you had already mentioned things about the civil servants, but I have. Okay, I should introduce myself. Thank you. My name is Nena Gabriel. I report for TVC News. Your Excellency, I have already mentioned things about the plans you have for the civil servants. Okay, I don't know if leave allowance is part of what you told the head of service to take care of, or that you want to take care of. If it is not, I know that the past administration was owing leave allowance of civil servants from 2018 to 2022, and of course 2023 is being owed. And I'm aware that you are supposed to pay for 2023. It is now in arrears. You have plans to offset that. People already know you as one who collects arrears. So workers will also want to experience that too. And then secondly, please.
What question? Thank you,
I know why you sacked the former CDS. Let us not be making things one time. Thank you.
Thank you. Next,
Please. Okay, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. I am Chinwe Ugini, and I work from News Central TV. Your Excellency, my question is on health. The schools of nursing and midwifery in Abia State seem to have become a cash cow for the directors of the nursing school. And it's been happening over the years. It didn't start with you. But I'm concerned because I happened to visit one of the schools recently, precisely in our river, and I saw a deep rot in that school. Your Excellency, their infrastructure is not good, and the students are meant, in fact, the girls in that school, their toilet facilities, I don't even want to imagine it. It was terrible. Myself and my camera person, we saw a lot there. And then shortly after, I learned that the former Commissioner for Health suspended the principal of that school with the accountant, also the accountant in the School of Nursing, Your Excellency. I'd like to know the suspensions, will they still hold? And then, what can you do to ensure that parents don't keep, because they keep extorting parents. The director of, I'm calling him now, and the director of nursing school in ABIA State needs to answer some questions, because some parents don't want to come up to talk, but they've spoken to us, the students as well. So they charge fees that are beyond what the state government officially collects from these people. Your Excellency, you need to look into this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more person from the TV. All right, from the back. You in red, raise your hand. Yes, please. Thank you. Yes, you raised your hand. It's not on the TV. Okay, then we have another person from the TV. Someone is truly from the TV now. All right. Please, if you're not from any particular media, don't raise your hand when that media platform is mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, sir. I want to commend your efforts so far on infrastructure. ABIA is actually very in the face. Having said that, sir, my name is Grace Nonkachi and I'm reporting for Rapid TV. I'd like to find out, Your Excellency, the reason behind the appointment of local government chairmen, which presently we know them as mayors, depriving ABIAs the opportunity to vote for the chairman of each local government areas. So I'd like you to respond to this, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. April asked a question about leave allowances. My understanding of leave allowances is that they are due when you go on leave. Right? Yes. So we don't have any problem paying people who are doing leave. So, but if there are areas that have not been paid, we can look at that. Be sure that they are actually areas. Okay. Again, I'm just getting to know that, so we'll take it offline and we'll find out from the Accountant General and the head of service. So it will be one of the things that we'll be looking at. We believe that the laborer is worthy of the wage. So, and because government is a continuum, you inherit both assets and liabilities. If you're lucky, you have net assets. If you're unlucky, you have net liabilities that you have to deal with it. So, taking note of that. You tried to ask a second question, but you were stopped. So, since we do not encourage discipline, we take it that you didn't ask a second question. So, Chinwe, thank you for bringing the issue of schools of nursing and midwifery. I thought I had solved the problem, but if the problem still remains, that means that we haven't solved it. If you recall, even the exam itself, we had to do it about 3 or 4 times before I believe we got it right. But if there's still extortion going on, and you have mentioned specifically the director of nursing in the state, and I would ask my colleagues who are seated here to please remind me so that we can get down to this person. that is the architect of corruption. Unfortunately, we have people who are unduly afraid. You see things going wrong, you don't bring them up. How do we solve the problem? So I must thank you for bringing this to my attention, and you can be sure that we're going to investigate and deal with it. We have zero tolerance for corruption. Grace was asking a question about the mayors. The mayors are transition council chairmen, and constitutionally we are allowed to appoint transition council chairmen preparatory for local government elections. So there are a lot of things we are dealing with at the same time, but we are not losing sight of the election that we believe that must happen anytime soon. So we are getting ready for local government elections. And once that happens, then the transition committee will cease to exist. I hope you're happy with that response. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, I pray that the governor will see to every area so he would cease to be the governor that creates awareness of my business. All right, please, we will move straight to online. Online, let's have the answers. Online? Yeah. Online, yes. Okay, we have ABIA is there.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, I'm glad to be here today also to ask questions. At that time, I was blacklisted, but today I think I'll ask this question because our government is a loving government. Sir, my name is Ifeanyi Okani for ABIA TV and radio. You talked about welfare and the well-being of Abians. I want to ask this question. What is the state of things with regards to the investigation of activities of inner Galaxy Steel Company in Opa West? In line with the death of a lady in the company recently, we are told that despite an order for the company to shut down pending conclusion of investigation, it is still operating. Please, sir, we would like Abians to know what is going on there, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Still on the online? Okay, still waiting here.
Your Excellency, thank you again for this opportunity to ask one question. My name is Emenike Ire, but I have one small observation, Your Excellency. That one is very precious. It seems as though there is some deportation of some mentally ill people into our capital city. I don't know where they are coming from, Excellency. Please, it's an observation, it's not a question. So please, Your Excellency, observe it so that we know what to do about that. My question is this, Your Excellency. Since you took over power, one thing Abians have got to know you for is keeping to your words. There was, earlier this year, the Ministry of Lands came up with a 30 days CFO arrangement. And the arrangement kicked off. But for about 4 months or thereabout now, it's been difficult to get that CFO in 30 days. What exactly is the issue? Thank you.
Okay, let's also take Mr. Crowe.
Thank you, moderator. Your Excellency, my name is Paul Isuzoma. My question, before I go to my question, I would like to observe again did. It's as if when we talk about welfare of Abians, we are channeling it and narrowing it only to a civil servant. I am not a civil servant. I also need welfare. All of us need welfare. So sometimes those who always channel the problem of this state to civil servant should know that there are vast majority of Abians who are businessmen and women that also need a conducive environment from government for them to carry out their businesses. Your Excellency, sir, my question is the local government system. While you were speaking, you made mention of building, renovating 90 schools. And Your Excellency, you agree with me that these schools are rightly domiciled in the local government. And a situation where there is no proper government in place. Yes, I listened to you, sir, as you were talking about by law, by way of the ABIA State transition law, the governor is empowered to appoint DCs or mayors. But where there is no elected executive, because he came on board with the campaign promise and criticized very clearly that you believe that local government should be run by elected officials who should be government that are closer to the people. Do you agree or believe, sir, that without an elected officials in the local government system, that some of these schools to which you are planning to renovate or renovated already, that they will be properly handled and taken care of? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Finally, you were asking a question about inner galaxy. To the best of my knowledge, the foreigner who was alleged to be involved in the killing of the lady has been apprehended and he is still being detained. I do not have information that anybody asked that the company be closed down. If that position was going to be taken, I would oppose it. The simple reason is that you do not punish the innocent because of a crime committed by one person. So that place has hundreds of people, including other people, working there. And the time you take a decision that is irrational and close down the company, all those people will be out of job. So to the best of my knowledge, nobody gave that instruction. And that's probably why it wasn't carried out. In any case, we thank you for your question. You observe that it does appear that somebody is shipping mentally into ABIA. We need to investigate it. Need to be sure that first of all, that they are mentally deranged. And secondly, that they are from ABIA. Or they are not from ABIA. But just this evening, I had approved that a committee be set up so that we can read the state of people who may have challenges taking over our streets. Because we feel it is a big risk to themselves and to the general public. There used to be this woman that would throw herself and her child on moving vehicles, instructed that they should pick her up and send her to the man home. We need to read our streets of such people. It is not that we don't care about them, but we actually do care about them, but we need them to be off the streets because the state can provide for them. Now, your question about 30 days CFO. To the best of my knowledge, and I checked yesterday, I probably didn't check today, I do not have any request pending approval. In fact, when I checked yesterday, I said, okay, maybe there's no request. What had happened was that we had a committed process So from my office, I just come up the system, get into the app, and approve seamlessly. And the last time, I think I had like 30 or 40, and I approved them in 1 day. So since then, I don't have it. So I'm going to be engaging with the Honorable Commissioner of Finance and Housing and find out if there is a glitch in the system, or if it is that there are no requests for approval. PQ, you re-emphasize the point I made earlier, that civil servants are just a tiny minority of the population. And just like you and I, we are not civil servants. So we need some welfare too. So if you do find some welfare, don't forget me. Now, it's very untrue that the administration of schools lie in the hands of local governments. Those schools are public schools. Public schools are under the supervision of the state. So the schools we are retrofitting and innovating belong to the state. So even if you have 10 elections, 10 local government elections, it will not change anything in terms of management of the schools. And even the government itself, once you have proper managers for the school, you manage the schools competent and they do what they have to do. So that is not a reason either for or against holding local government elections. I've responded about holding local government elections. And I've said I'm not opposed to it. Of course, as a Democrat, I believe that people should have the opportunity to pick their leaders. But of course, elections don't go in 1 day. It requires a lot. So ours will happen when we are ready for it. So that would be my response to it. I guess that's it.
Sorry, Your Excellency. Yes, we have a few who has absented via SMS.
Okay,
just run through them. Good evening, my able governor. I am Sir Nelson from Omaha North. Please, sir, what specific initiatives are you implementing to improve teacher training and development programs in the state? His Excellency, sir, good evening. I am Felix Mobilo. Please, sir, I want to know the condition of the wage award being promised by the federal government and also has already been paid by some other state governments of the Federation. Please, sir, what is the fate of the state civil servants on them? Enoch Ekuru asks, a gully erosion has ravaged all the Obungo Susumu Road, so much that she has been cut off from her neighboring communities. At its early stage, it had led to the death of an indigene. The road connects Ururuka Road to Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway via Mbausi. When it rains, the homesteads of some people are usually flooded. I sent this SOS to you to avoid more loss of lives and for easy access to the community and easy passage across her. Good evening, Your Excellency. Please, we are ABIA youths who worked during the election and voted. Sorry, sir. Is it the one I just read last? This one says, Honorable. Good luck, Ohuebi. Ohuebi. He's asking, good evening, Your Excellency. Please, we are ABIA youths who worked during the election and voted for you. Until now, give empowerments and we are left out. Please, what do you have for us and when, sir? This other person didn't write his name, but he sent a question. Please, sir, I deeply appreciate what you are doing. But in case of ABSU staff banking with Union Bank who have not received anything, what is their hope? Joy from Abba wrote in, 300 plus staff of the Ministry of Education were sent to the classroom to teach while some teachers were employed in 2023 October were sacked. Clearly, clarify us, please, Your Excellency.
Teacher training. We have an answer. We've spoken about it and the process of getting the ABIA State College of Education Technical fit for purpose. Unfortunately, when I spoke with the provost today, he told me that he had only about 120 students. That's very sad. And I scheduled a meeting with him, Commissioner for Education, and other interested parties, so that we can look into that place and properly get it ready to function as a college to train teachers. It is so critical. So it's a very good wish. Felix will be wage award. People have been talking about wage award, and they should just be patient. Before we give you an award that is not paid, we will try and clear up all the somebody just talk about leave allowance. And if that is correct, we should also pay them. Those should be paid first. And then we now go into all the whistles and bells, including the new minimum wage. So we've not forgotten it and we are going to deal with it. I've taken note of the gully erosion site between Obingwa and from what you said, it's through Uruka. So I'm going to have a commissioner for environment and commissioner for work go and inspect the place. And then that voted for us doing the election. Good luck. Thank you very much. Good luck, Jonathan. Another good luck. So thank you for voting for us. Everything we are doing is for the youth. And palliative is good, but palliative is not a solution. So just like giving you fish and teaching you how to fish. So everybody we send to Nasarawa State who qualify as a youth. So those are the things we are doing. We can as well buy rice and share to all of you. You eat the rice and this. When it's over, it's over. But if you now know how to produce rice, you will not only eat rice, you can also sell rice, buy other things. So I want us to get out of this handout mentality and begin to do. There are a lot of our young people doing great things with their hands in ABA and Romania. And we are doing everything possible to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. For me, that is more enduring than handing over palliatives to you. ABSU staff who bank with Union Bank. I don't know if I can help. If you've chosen to bank with Union Bank and your bank is not solving your problem, you can port. But I can assure you that we have paid all of them. So if your bank is not able to pay you, it's not because we haven't paid. So it's your choice where you want to bank. All you need to do is to tell us where you want to bank, give us the account number, we'll feed it into the system and we'll pay you. We'll pay everyone. I guess that's the last question that I took.
Thank you. Because of our time, we'll go for questions. We want to thank all the primary radio stations for being parts of the production today. BCA 88.1 FM, we'll thank you. Flow 94.9 FM, we also thank you.
Magic 102.9 FM, and you've got 94.3 FM, thank you.
Family Love 99.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, thank you very much.
BL 99.1 FM, Sun FM 91.3, Mary.
Sun FM 91.9 FM, Zik 96.3 FM, thank you.
Spring 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM.
We're also on FAN, FM News, ABIA TV, Bearing TV, and other online platforms.
Many thanks to everyone who's been listening in on this program tonight.
Out of the globe, sincerely, creativity, my name is Stan, but thank you and God bless you.
And I am Chinese already about thank you too. Before we go, Your Excellency will please give his closing remarks.
All right, so let me thank the moderators for a wonderful job. The media team, thank you very much. Gentlemen of the press, thank you for joining. My people, who joined from their homes, thank you for being part of this media chat for this month. I know that Nena Gabriel, she probably is not very happy that I didn't answer her question. But I need to make the point that one, there is a rule, we have to respect it. So let me now bend over and answer you. You talked about my former chief press secretary. And your question was, why did I sack him? My response is that I did not sack him. What we did was the reorganization. And every time you are given an appointment, it is not a permanent appointment. Even my own appointment is not permanent. The next 4 years, the mandate you give me will be over. Next 3 years, 1 year is gone. And I need to apply again, right? So, no appointment is permanent. So, the organizations happen, new blood is brought in, people get reassigned. So, I was reading the reports and then from the SACS, the chief press secretary. I said, I didn't sack anyone. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. And somebody also said, former commissioner for health. I think it was from the video. I said, no, we have not determined that that position has become vacant. I had explained earlier that it was a suspension pending the investigation that is going on. And can only declare vacant when the report comes in and she's indicted. So if you were applying and celebrating, please stop celebrating, not over yet. So I want to thank you for joining, and I want to thank you for the support you are giving the government, and I want to encourage you to keep supporting this government because it's your government. Like I always say, you will always not, you cannot, and that's what it's called democracy. Democracy is a system whereby the majority will have their way, but that doesn't take away the say of the minority. So people are free to air their opinions. But the important thing is that whenever you look at the system, you will find that 95% of the people are happy with what we're doing. And for me, that's what's most important. The insignificant tiny 5% that are winning, they will continue winning. The best we can do for them is just to sympathize with them. And then for those of you who are more informed than me, you need to go back and find out where they are coming from. You'll find a majority of them that are winning because the model that is taken from the mouth. And I have news for them. That the bottle is gone forever. So they need to go and find another job. Maybe it's about the feeding bottle, we have even thrown it away. So if you think you get my attention by criticizing and manufacturing facts, I'm not even paying attention. So once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining this media chat, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you.